Hello and welcome to this live coverage of the third phase of Lok Sabha 2024. Now, this is very important because the first two phases have been probably something that the results will show that not totally as expected. Where it's been a very interesting contest, and this third phase happens will possibly be something that would make these elections very interesting. Something that even 1 month back I don't think we actually thought that it would be a contest, but today it looks as if it is a contest. Of course I may be wrong, the results will show on June 4th, but this is very interesting. Now for us, for Goa365, this is also very important because Goa is going to polls today in North and in South Goa. Last time North Goa had gone to the BJP pretty comfortably and South was with the Congress. This time what happens, we will see, as the BJP has come out all guns blazing, not only in North but in also in South this time. Now without much ado, Viraj will start off and give us this, but 12 states were supposed to go to the polls today, and 12 states including union territories and 94 seats. However, one state is not going. There was a candidate who was already elected in Surat. All those details our panel will fill you in, and I will introduce them, starting with Viraj Bab Naik, psephologist. Viraj Bab, welcome to our show. Sudesh Bab Maikar from the BJP, and advocate Siddharth Bab Samant, political analyst. Welcome to our show, guys. Now Viraj Bab, give us a general about what's going to happen today. It's already started. What's going to happen today, Viraj?
So the third phase of Lok Sabha 2024 has 92 seats going for voting today across 9 states and 2 union territories. 1 seat in Surat was won unopposed by the BJP, and 1 seat in Jammu and Kashmir has been postponed. So initially it was supposed to be 94, but 92 seats are up for grabs. The breakup is as follows: Assam has 4 seats, Bihar has 5, Chhattisgarh has 7 seats, Goa has 2 seats, Gujarat has 25, 1 is unopposed, so entire Gujarat is going for voting in a single phase. Karnataka has 14 out of 28, and 14 seats were already covered in the first 2 phases, so third phase will result in a culmination of voting in Karnataka. Maharashtra has 11 seats going for polls out of 48. Madhya Pradesh has 8 seats. UP has 8 seats out of 80. West Bengal has 4 seats. In addition, there are 2 union territories, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, and Daman and Diu, with 1 seat each going for polls today. So this phase is again very important as far as Goa is concerned, because both the seats are going for polling today. There are total of 16 candidates, 8 in North Goa and 8 in South Goa. Total voters are 11,79,329, out of which 5,80,571 is in the North and 5,98,758 is in South. There are 1,725 polling booths, 863 booths in North Goa and 862 booths in South Goa. As for the candidates, in the North we have Shripad Naik from the BJP, Ramakant Khalap from the Congress, Milan Vaigandkar from BSP, Manoj Parab from Revolutionary Goans, Sakaram Naik from ABP. In addition, there are 3 independent candidates, Shakil Jamal Sheikh, Thomas Fernandes and advocate Vishal Naik. In South Goa, BJP has fielded Pallavi Dempo, Congress has fielded Captain Viriato Fernandes, Rupert Pereira is contesting on the Revolutionary Goans Party, BSP has Dr. Shweta Gaonkar, CAP has Harish Chandra Naik, and there are 3 candidates in the South as well who are contesting as independents. They are Deep Kumar Mapari, Dr. Kalidas Vaigandkar and Alexi Fernandes.
Thanks, Viraj. Now, before I go to my other panel, our reporter from North in Perne is online. So maybe we could get him on the screen. Yeah, Sandeep Kamolkar, कितें कितें चल्लां आतां पेडणे आसा न्हू तुमी
आता पेडण्यात आणि सगळ्या भाशेंचे जे कोण तशें लायनी व्हडलेशे दिसना पण
we seem to be having some problem with the audio. Anyway, yeah, Kamulkar, we'll get back to Kamulkar. We have some problem with the audio, looks like. Sudesh Bab, what is your scene in North? He's from talking from Perne, and there seems to be lines, though he's saying not so much, but there seems to be 10-11% up till 9 o'clock. What is your reading of the situation on the ground?
Moreover, 7th May, people of Goa was waiting for this day to cast their votes, and there is a turnout. People are coming out and voting. Strength is not too much at the moment, but I feel after 12 o'clock, people will move out of the house and vote. At this point, as we are saying and we still say it, that North we are winning by 1 lakh plus margin, because the level of campaigning what is being done since so many days, it was tremendous, and the response was so good, because last public meeting was held in Mapsa. Magaista, nearly 30,000 people came and witnessed Mr. Amit Shah, the Home Minister, Union Home Minister, speaking and addressing the gathering. It was a boost for all the Karyakartas. At the same time, whichever people were 50-50 on the fence, I feel they have also been encased as voters of the BJP, because we have done work. Secondly, we are boasting on the strength of our Karyakartas. As we go to see, ground reality is that BJP Karyakarta is on the ground, whereas the other 7 candidates who are there, they are just here and there. Because for Lok Sabha, you need to get out people from their homes and tell them to vote. Because it's Panchayat and MLA election, we need to understand that becomes personalized, and here it is personalized, but at the same time Karyakartas are also working day and night to see the vote is being casted.
Thanks Sudesh Bab. Doctor, what you feel? What is the scene?
Around, according to me, the pace is slow. Presently, the pace appears to be slow. Exact voting percentage, I am not aware.
Around 11%, up to at 9 o'clock.
Correct. So that's hardly 2 hours. But by the time it's 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock, end of the polling, I think it will go somewhere between 60 to 65% overall. Very difficult that it will breach 65% overall in the state. Enthusiasm, I agree. Right now, I don't see that enthusiasm to go and vote. At least Taligaon, at least 2-3 places where I went. It's going on at a little slow and laid back space. Probably because of holidays, or I don't know what. There are people who have left for pilgrimage elsewhere. There are people, otherwise also people have planned their holidays. Some are out. But overall, yes, the zeal that you see at the time of this is somewhere lacking. I don't see that is on the ground, at least I don't see. But I am quite sure that as the day picks up, by the end of the day, people, the volunteers of the party will be able to garner, will be able to take the people out of the house. And I see somewhere between 60 to 65% of the voting percentage as far as Goa is concerned.
But this trend about less percentages have happened, I think, throughout the country. Is it because of the heat you feel, or is it because of I don't know, people are just fed up of elections. What do you feel?
Exact reasons will have to be analyzed, but yes, it's improving. If you see the voting percentage for the first phase was not as good, it improved in the second phase, and I feel it will be doing even better in the third and fourth phase. As this progresses, it will probably the country was not in election mode, looks like, for the first phase, but now as the time progresses, I think it is doing better. Last time it had crossed 65%. Last election it crossed
It was
65%.
around 65, yeah. Viraj Bab, any prominent candidate this time, big names going besides, especially from Gujarat and all?
Yeah, so as far as prominent candidates are concerned, there is Amit Shah, Union Minister for Home, contesting from Gandhinagar this time in Gujarat. Then there is Prahlad Joshi, Union Minister for Parliamentary Affairs, Coal and Mine, contesting from Dharwad. He is being challenged by Vinod Asuti of the Congress. Then there is Dimple Yadav. She is wife of ex-Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Akhilesh Yadav. She is contesting from Mainpuri, and she is being challenged by BJP's Thakur Jaiveer Singh. In Assam, we have Badruddin Ajmal. He is owner of Ajmal Perfumes, and his party is All India United Democratic Front. He is contesting from Dhubri, Assam. He is a 3-time MP, sitting MP. He is being challenged by Congress's Rakibul Hussain. Then another hard-fought battle is Baramati. So Supriya Sule, daughter of Sharad Pawar, the NCP Sharad Pawar faction supremo, is contesting against Sunetra Pawar, who is wife of Ajit Pawar, who is the supremo of the other faction of the Nationalist Congress Party. So a high voltage battle in Baramati. Then we have a couple of former chief ministers. Shivraj Singh Chauhan contesting from Vidisha. He is being challenged by Bhanu Sharma Pratap of the Congress. Then there is Digvijay Singh, another former chief minister of Madhya Pradesh, contesting from Rajgarh. He is being challenged by Rodmal from the BJP. Another prominent candidate from Madhya Pradesh is Jyotiraditya Scindia, current Union Minister for Aviation. He is contesting from Guna against Yadavendra Singh Yadav of the Indian National Congress. Incidentally, he had lost Guna in 2019 and then had contested the local assembly elections in Madhya Pradesh subsequently.
Our reporter is online, but before that I want a quick sort of analysis on this Baramati, Viraj. What is the scene? Pawar versus Pawar.
So it's a Pawar versus Pawar battle. Supriya Sule is the current MP from Baramati. She has won in 2019, and so the thing, the
hair of
hair of the Sharad Pawar faction. So the logic goes as this. So when Sharad Pawar was in local politics, and then when he moved to national politics, it was Ajit Pawar who was handling the local Maharashtra level politics. So he has a good connect with the people, and he used to handle these constituencies and manage the elections, local elections. At the same time, there is a goodwill factor which goes with Sharad Pawar, and which I think is pretty huge. Also, you have to understand that Supriya Sule is also active in her constituency. She is a very good orator, and Sunetra Pawar is purely banking on the capability and the merits of Ajit Pawar. His connect. She is a newbie in the fray, but you cannot discount Ajit Pawar's connection with the people, the work that he has done. He's also been a very on the field kind of a politician. So let's see. I would say it's slightly tilted in Supriya Sule's side, but not by so much.
Interesting is that Ajit Pawar, instead of a all Maharashtra role, is almost left to micromanaging Baramati. This is what our reports show. I don't know how far that's true. We'll get Sudesh in on that a little later. But right now, do we have any reporter online from North Goa?
I नायब सराचो.
या नितीक्षा सांग.
येस सर. सर सध्या म्हापशान वोटींग एकदम बऱ्या पद्दतीन चालू आसा. लोकांचो चड आमकां रश पळोवपाक मेळना पूण हळू लोक जे आसा सध्या वोटींग करपाक येवपाक लागल्या.
या आनी लायनी आसा वो मातशें स्लो आसा कितें म्हणटा?
लायनी आसा सर, मातशें स्लोय आसा बिकॉज सध्या वोतूय वाडला, गरमी जावपाक लागला. सो इलेक्शन कमिशनान कूलर ओ कोण हँडिकॅप आसा तांकां व्हीलचॅरूय प्रोवायड केल्ले आसा. सो वोटींग सध्या एक शांत आनी सावकाश चालू आसा.
शरबत बरबत दिता सगल्यांक?
शरबत बिरबत सर अजून चालू करूंक ना बट अरेंजमेंट केल्लेले आसा.
Okay, thanks Nitiksha. Yeah, Sudesh Bab, tell us about let's from Baramati and then we'll move on to some other. Baramati.
As you rightly said that it's been more of micromanagement what we believe in, and for sure NCP is gaining upper hand over Supriya Sule.
Okay.
Because NCP is given charge of those many seats and they have to win those seats.
How many seats Power faction is contesting?
I think around 16.
No.
8.
4 I think.
Some phases are still remaining.
Still remaining, yeah. Okay. But
Shinde faction is 16.
16.
Yeah.
And this NCP is only one phase this time.
Yeah.
Power faction, that is Baramati. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
One more thing, all the states which are going for election in 92 seats which have been mentioned, almost all strongholds of BJP.
Yeah.
Be it Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat. As we see it this way, that in these three phases we are gaining momentum and maximum seats will be converted to the NDA alliance or the BJP.
I think this was a NDA phase, right? I think out of the 100 odd seats last time, around 80 have gone to NDA. Viraj, I think some confirmation on that. And this is maximum.
Maximum won by the
NDA. So basically, for the NDA, it's only to lose, and I don't know how much more they can gain. Sudesh?
Almost, see, this is, as you said, this is NDA kind of a thing. Like this phase is based on that pretext. At the same time, we are all set, as I said earlier, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat are our strongholds, and a big chunk is coming from those states. And again I say, in Baramati, NCP, I mean Mrs. Pawar is gaining the momentum, and we have the topmost leaders are on the ground. Like for example, I can give you Rane is Narayan Rane is contesting Lok Sabha. As you know, as at the same time Sonia Gandhi has left her political thing like mainstream politics and she's gone to Rajya Sabha. So see, we are serious about elections and all the leaders are on the ground and working towards 400 mark, and which is quite possible.
Dr. Tell me.
As far as Maharashtra is concerned, right from day one I have been saying that there has been talks about saying the sympathy or the inclination is towards Sharad Pawar faction, or for that matter Uddhav faction. See, as far as Lok Sabha elections are concerned, I don't see that happening. I have been categorical in saying this, that when it comes to Lok Sabha election, I am quite sure it will be the NCP of Ajit Pawar which will be garnering the maximum number of seats vis-a-vis the NCP of Sharad Pawar, and it will be Shiva Sena of Uddhav Thackeray may not do as well for Lok Sabha election vis-a-vis Shiva Sena of Eknath Shinde, because now there are clear-cut two factions. So as a Aghadi, I see NDA doing as good as what they did in 2019. Even today, I see them repeating this, because see, BJP had got 23 seats last time, and Shiva Sena had got 18. The question is not of BJP. The question is, where are those 18 seats which will be distributed? Now, out of that 18 seat, I see at least 8 to 9 seats going Shiv Sena, which is in alliance with BJP. At least 8,
Shinde.
9.
Shinde.
In addition, those which were not with, because even MNS, I'm sorry, even the
MNS.
Nationalist Party has got 4 or 5 seats. Those also, because see, I feel it's very difficult for Supriya Seh to get elected there on the ground. She was getting elected because the house was in order. Today, house is divided, and the support of BJP. See, BJP also has a sizable vote there. Where would that be transferred? It will only go to Ajit Pawar's wife. So therefore, it doesn't, this calculation, if you see by any method, by using any formula, I clearly see it's an advantage BJP, an advantage NDA.
Thanks,
As
sir.
far as
Thanks, Dutta.
Maharashtra.
I will just
Yeah.
give some figures on the alliances in Maharashtra. So, as far as the NDA alliance is concerned, BJP, there are 4 more phases of elections still due. Some finalization of certain seats is still not done, but it is widely expected that BJP will contest 27 to 28 seats, whereas the Shiv Sena faction of Eknath Shinde will contest around 15 to 16 seats, and NCP of Ajit Pawar is expected to contest on 4 to 5 seats. Whereas the other alliance, that is the India alliance, Shiv Sena is contesting on 21 seats, Shiv Sena of Uddhav Thackeray faction. Congress is contesting on 17 seats, and NCP's Sharad Pawar faction is contesting on 10 seats.
Thanks, Viraj. Now, joining us is Francis Bab Coelho from AAP, who is originally, I mean, he's Goan by origin, but originally from Maharashtra, based in Bombay, has very strong connections with the Shiv Sena. So that's why I'm bringing him in here specifically for this particular thing. What do you feel? You agree with Dotta's things with the Shiv Sena, or your original Shiv Sena? I mean, the connection that you, what do your sources tell you in Maharashtra specifically?
See,
Because 11 seats are going, I think, today, this time for
Yeah,
election.
this number of 23 plus 18, which the BJP and Shiv Sena had the last time. If you see, the BJP's 23 seats had come with the Shiv Sena voters voting for the BJP in those constituencies, which now is not going to happen. For them to even retain those 23, I feel is going to be a problem, because consolidated they had got the votes of BJP and Shiv Sena. As far as the 18 seats are concerned, there similarly for the Eknath Shinde and for the Uddhav Thackeray faction, they are going to have the similar problem as the BJP has, because the votes are now getting spread. So it depends on how much ground power that you have to, like, convince the voter that, this is the right Shiv Sena or that is the right NCP. That I feel that, like, the loyalties towards Balasaheb Thackeray, as far as the Uddhav faction is concerned, has more cadre, and the loyalties as far as Sharad Pawar is concerned, they have more cadre. So I feel that they might be able to swing it their way, because they have more people on the ground that are more loyal to those leaders. Those leaders have like a cult following in Maharashtra, and that cult following drives the cadre to go and convince other people. So I feel that, like, in Maharashtra there is going to be a slight change. We are also seeing that in the rallies and meetings and like all the sabhas that are happening. We are seeing that they are getting little more traction. But then again, rallies and sabhas is not something that we can go by and decide how many votes we'll get. But as far as Maharashtra is concerned, it's like like what people say, that it's a clean sweep for BJP, is not going to happen. I feel that BJP is going to find it more difficult to retain the seats that they already have over there. In the first phase, at least, that's what it looks like. After the first phase, we'll get a little more insights on the voting pattern and know what is happening.
Fair enough. Now, but what you feel? I think recently you've been in at least urban Bombay. What do you feel? What do you feel is the groundswell there?
See, there
Because
are
urban Bombay has always been with the BJP.
right.
Urban areas mostly have been with the BJP, but this time it's still there because we were getting some very mixed sort of thing. What is it?
See, as far as the the west part of Bombay and the south part of Bombay is concerned, they have always like, predominantly voted for the BJP in the last 2 elections.
Yes.
But this election, there is, because of the entire turmoil that happened in Maharashtra, and that is the class that is working, that is the class that is doing business, that is the class that is, they have seen the effects of that, turmoil in the Maharashtra, in the government. And I feel that, like, from talking to a lot of them, that they are going to show that irritation during the voting. At least some of them are.
Okay. Thanks, Francis. Our reporter is there from Ilias. Vincent, Vincent, what is the scene? Where are you exactly? First, tell us.
I am exactly now. I reached to Agasaim.
Okay.
From I covered Kurka, Patim, and Goa Valley. So now I reached to Agasaim. So Agasaim, I'm at first booth at Pilar, the central school. So now if you compare from this Kurka, Goa Valley and Patim, and now it is Agasaim. So Agasaim here, the first booth is better than this, comparing to Goa Valley and Batim. So Batim and Goa Valley is very slow. So there is no better, this good percentage of the voting. So Kurka is better than any other, all three, comparing to Goa Valley and Batim. So Kurka I feel better. So the people have come out. So here also I can see the people are coming at Agasai. So I don't know about the next this thing. I have to find out how the people is coming there. But the situation is slow, not much like Vidhan Sabha this thing. So people are coming slow.
Okay, that's been a general. Thanks, Vincent. Yeah, that's been a general trend in this Lok Sabha. Yeah, Sudesh. Now I'll get back to you. Now this sort of a little bit of a politics in the would that affect, because urban voters have always been for BJP wherever it is. It's mostly the rural that's always there has been a fight. So is there going to be some issues, some problems you feel?
See, everyone has seen the level of development what is happening. Made urban, made rural. The trend what was maybe there some years back, but the trend now is we from 48 seats, I think we are getting 40 seats in Maharashtra.
I see.
Could be more also. Because see, we are only backing on the development way. We don't do survival politics as the India Alliance is doing. Because see, Congress was such a big party, they were cut and tailor-made to around 250 seats or odd number of the seats. See, you need to understand one thing. For voting, for national level politics, you need a strong leadership, and which is there already in the Prime Minister, Narendra Modi. And he is proving it always, because as you see in foreign countries, name of India is shining now. Like, whichever people are staying abroad are proud to say that they are Indians. Like 10 years before or more over, they were like a bit hesitant to say it. And may it be urban, may it be rural area, we are there, and our leadership has proven. Like for example, in Maharashtra, we have sacrificed the post of Chief Minister. Like, see, Uddhav Thackeray went because there was a leadership crisis in between, like whatever happened, everyone knows. Secondly, when we made the government, we allowed to make Shri Shinde the Chief Minister. Like, why not? And he's working tirelessly. The ideology what the party Shiv Sena was following is of Mr. Balasaheb Thackeray. Because now Uddhav is gone haywire. He have forgotten his ideology. See, every party works on ideology. And when ideology is not there, I don't think those Shiv Sainiks will literally come and vote for the Uddhav gang or Sharad Pawar thing. Because ideology is with Shinde, and people of Maharashtra and the Shiv Sena is with Shinde, and the BJP votes will also go to BJP. And there is no, in this Maha Vikas Agadi, what they did was only power centric. They were only power hungry. And now government is working efficiently in Maharashtra, and Maharashtra is crossing 40 seats as per our ground surveys.
Okay. Viraj Bab, what is the situation generally, voter turnouts?
So we have updates as of 9 a.m. so far. So North Goa, the voting percentage is 12.80.
Goa.
Yeah. and South Goa the voting percentage is actually higher. It is 13.24.
This is till 9 o'clock. Right?
This is till 9 o'clock, and it is a little surprising because if you look at the past numbers, in 2019, North Goa was higher than South Goa. North Goa had 78.95, whereas South Goa had 77.05. And even in 2014, South Goa had 2014 South Goa had 75.27 and North Goa had 78.95, whereas in 2019 North Goa had 77.05 and South Goa had 73.31. So there was a gap of around 3 to 4% difference in South and North, with South being lower than North. But currently, if you look at the trend, South is higher than North Goa as far as voting percentage is concerned. We'll get you the national figures in some time.
But what I wanted to ask you is that, see, in 2019, the BJP lead was around 79,000 votes. In 2014, it was 1,05,000 votes.
Correct.
Now, as per figures, the actual voters have increased. So 2014 it's increased, 2014 it's increased, 2019 it is increased, and this time now also 2024 it's increased. The number of voters have increased.
Yes.
So does this show that it's going to be a tighter contest this time? I'm not going to ask Francis that. I'm going to ask you that. Then I come back to Francis, because obviously you say yes and Sudesh will say no. I don't want to get in that. What do you feel? What is the trend? Or it's just that generally people are bored of voting election? Or what is it? I am like still trying to figure it out. So maybe you can.
No, if you look at Goa, the voting percentage from 2014 and 2019, if you compare both those figures, then in North as well as in South, the voting percentage went down. So in the North, it went down by around 3.6, and in the South, it went down by 3.7.
In actual voting, it is not. Actual voting.
Yeah, actual voting might be slightly
Same.
higher. So, since the voting percentage went down, if you look at the figures that BJP got compared to Congress, then their leads have gone down a little. So
That means BJP voters didn't come out to vote?
exactly.
Are you trying to say
so
this?
they might have become a little complacent in 2019 compared to 2014. So usually it's the other way around. So when the voting percentage goes higher, the opposition has a slightly upper hand. But in Goa, we've seen a reverse trend happening in 2019. Let's see what happens in 24.
Okay, now there are a couple of things which have just come to my notice. Now, at 9 a.m. North Goa, the highest was Sakli, 17%.
Sakri always has been highest.
Yeah, South Goa, it is Kurshore, 13.24. Now that, again Viraj, that may not be such a good thing for the BJP, you feel? Madkai has been 7%. Now I don't know, these are like very astonishing figures, because as far as I know, like so many elections we've been covering, all the voters which like Daulikars and all voters, by 9 o'clock they are done. And then the other guys come out, you know. Even in Salsait and all, most of the Congress voters come later, after 11. Before that, other people who, you know, the Keda people come in. So what do you feel about these figures? Kurshore 13.24, South Goa, Kurshore, Madkai 16, Sakli 12, Panji 17, Panji, Satandre, Taligaon. I don't know, it's a little confusing, but no, sorry, Sakli 17%, Kurshore 16%, Madkai 7%, Panjim, Perene, Santandre, Taligaon 11%, North Goa 12.8, South Goa 13. Which you have said. But these individual figures.
See, if you
Sakli,
look at North Goa, so the most interesting constituency in North Goa has to be Sanklim, because it is represented by the Chief Minister. So it's a prestige issue for him. So obviously, people in large numbers are going to come out in Saklim. Similarly, in South Goa, Kurchore is the most important constituency, because it is the constituency of the president of the Congress in Goa, that is Amit Patkar. So again, it's a prestige issue for him to get out more number of people and ensure that they get a lead and so on, because he contested last time around in Kurchore, and I'm pretty sure he would be in the fray in the next assembly elections in Kurchore. So Sankli in north and Kurchara in south are
Before you
important
move on to
constituencies.
Madkai, I would like to just bring one thing. Now, early morning, as soon as like it started, the MLA, the sitting MLA of Kurchare, on record said that the church is working against the BJP in Kurchare. Now that I was a little surprised so early in the morning that he's made that statement. Whatever the reason may be, this we will discuss later. But Madkai 7%. What is the scene? What do you feel? Good,
That-
bad, ugly?
It's surprising that it's low, because Madkai is a place where BJP is expected to get a huge lead. So if voting percentage goes down, then it's a concern for the BJP, because this is one constituency which got the maximum lead in South Goa for them in 2014.
Okay. Now I want to just bring in one more issue also. See, in talking about Sakali, for BJP, the main constituencies in north are Satari, Valpoi and Sakali. If a substantial lead is garnered by the BJP in these three constituencies, then I think the present MP will go through. But this time it seems to be little more interesting than that. See, even a month back, if we had spoken about it, I'll stick to Goa now. I'll go into the. It was like a walkover literally. But today it seems the fight is a little interesting. I will bring in Sudesh
No, if you,
on that. But first, I want you to.
So if you look at North Goa, so Sattari, Bicholi and Perne talukas, these three talukas give substantial lead to the BJP. It is like Salset of South Goa. So if they get very huge lead here, then that lead is
60,000-70,000 if they get means.
yeah, so it's unaccessible in the other areas. It cannot be compensated in the other places. So we've seen that trend last time around as well, and even this time around the lead was quite substantial, and especially with strong leaders like the current chief minister and then Vishwajit Rane in Sattari. So I think the leads which were there last time, so they will try to aim for those leads, and if they get it there, then it's a clear advantage to them. Whereas if they fail to get it, then it could be a cause of concern.
I think the BJP will have to thank Tukaram Parab very much this time, because I think he will take huge lead which would have otherwise gone to the opposition probably. We'll have to see, because it's a Lok Sabha election, but I think Tukaram Parab probably will have to be given some sort of before I get you all, I want to bring friends. What do you think? It seems to be a very interesting election. I didn't we've been doing this for the past but 1 month back also it seemed like a done deal as one of the panelists had got a little upset with Viraj, but this time now it looks as if at least there's going to be a fight.
Yeah, exactly. 1 month back when we were when we were doing these debates, everyone was saying that
It's a done deal.
The BJP is going to sweep both the seats, and it's going to be
Not only in Goa, in everywhere I think, right?
yeah, everywhere. But a lot of things has changed. See, when you're studying when Viraj Bab mentioned the voter turnout and the kind of people that are voting, like in the last 2 elections, there has been a huge involvement of social media, which has driven the youth to vote. The number of youth voting in this election is very, very high. Those people they are more influenced by videos that they watch on social media than statistics and history that they are reading. That is one thing. Also another thing is like he said, the BJP voter is slightly complacent because they feel that we are going to win this. In Goa specifically, what we are seeing is all of the North Goa belt has got a fatigue with Shripad Naik. There is a sense of fatigue with the candidate, and they were hoping maybe for a better candidate. They were hoping for a different candidate.
You're talking about BJP voters?
Yeah, they were hoping for a better candidate. That's what what I talk to people and they say. And some people were happy with him, but everyone was not happy. There wasn't a collective this happiness with him. So maybe that is causing the change in this. Maybe it's the young voter that has come up and they are saying that we don't want this kind of ideology. We want a different kind of this. So we can't say what the trend is exactly, But there has been a massive shift in the last 1 month where people have given it a second thought. Also, what happened in Kurchorim and our MLA says that the church is this. That is, I think, a wrong statement. The church has been it's like Shah Rukh Khan's video that has come out. He's saying very clearly that if you go to buy a packet of oil, you think 10 times before buying that packet of oil. When you go to vote, why don't you think so much? Right? You're just voting because somebody else tells you to vote or whatever. The church is saying the same thing. They have never they've never clearly said don't vote for this party or vote for this party. They've not said that at all. All they've said is you have to think about these factors while voting, which I think our MLA Mr. Nilesh Kabral has misconstrued. And because you can take it in whatever way, when if you look at Shah Rukh Khan's video, it can, to me who's going to vote for the alliance, it can mean vote for the alliance. To you, if you're going to vote for BJP, that video can mean vote for BJP also, right? Because he's asking you to think for yourself and decide for yourself. The same kind of messages come, and that has been, I think, the shift in Goa at least, that people are really thinking about it. Last two elections, 2014 was an election where they would just wanted change. Everybody wanted change. Everybody was like, no, this is enough. This corruption is too much. There was, a lot of cases that were in court and everywhere, and people were really wanting a change. It was a complete anti-incumbency mandate that Mr. Modi got. In 2019, the next election, when they came to power, they said, okay, he's trying some good things. He's doing.
There was quite a wave in 2019.
It wasn't a wave. The wave was in 2014.
I think
the wave carried forward in 2019 to a certain extent.
Okay.
And after that, now that we don't see that wave. At least now we don't see that wave, except for the BJP people who say Modi is the reason why everybody will vote. In general, the consensus is that the wave is missing. The wave must have been there about a month or 2 months back, because there wasn't any opposition noises at that time. And now that has completely shifted. So I feel that in North Goa also we will see quite a change. The fact that everyone is saying that it's close, it means that there is some way.
I don't know if it can be close. Probably if the Congress candidate had been given more time, another month, it may have been. I don't know how close it is. Sudesh, what do you feel?
Wave, as Francis was
2019 was a wave.
Let me come
That's
to
what
that
I'm
point.
saying. Yeah.
In 2014, there was a wave.
It was anti-Congress wave.
It was
in
a wave.
2019, it was a Modi wave. This is what I'm saying.
It was a wave against the corruption what was done
2014.
by the Congress.
Correct.
And some part of the alliance which are still there with them.
Correct.
2019, people voted
For Modi.
for Narendra Modi and the work what he had delivered in 5 years. You must have seen this 5 years was double work than what happened in 2014 to 2019. So people are going to vote for pure development what is being showcased even in Goa and all over the country. Secondly, as I was just going through these figures, let's be practical. People are saying anti-incumbency is there, this and that. But if we see North Goa parliamentary seat, I bet Maye, Sakri, Porye, Varpoy, Mandre and Perne, we are in these constituencies, we are crossing 75,000 lead as per. On 4th, you will come to know that these constituencies, let him explain that India Alliance are strong in these constituencies. Rest constituencies are any which way strong, but in these constituencies, we are crossing the mark, as we are still saying it, 1 lakh plus Shripad Babu is winning the election. And we are going to witness that figure on the 4th of the June.
Fair enough. So, Bob, this time, yes, I know 2019, the full campaign was on development and, India, I'm not saying India shining, but India pride. But 2024, it's become a very hard campaign. The gloves are off. The Prime Minister attacked everybody under sun, whoever he could attack. So, what you feel is the reason, or you feel this is just generally a part of the politics, or you feel there is a certain reason why he's saying it, or no?
See,
because I'm little confused, because
Well,
last 5 years he was like moving towards being a statesman. Now he's out and out politician, I feel.
see, म्हाका जर तूं analyze कर म्हणशीत न्ही,
Yes.
2014 was because there was a massive corruption. Of course, it
Anti-Congress.
And one more thing, it was a policy paralysis. 6 months government is to take in making a policy, remaining 6 months in discarding that policy.
Okay.
This is what had happened from 2000, say, 4 to 9 was quite okay. It went 2004 to 2009 was not as bad, but from 2009 to 2014 was a very, it's probably one of the worst government India has ever had. So that's what voted out because of two things. One, policy paralysis, and second is corruption. 2014 to 2019, so 19 vote was because of reassurance of Narendra Modi. It was pro-Modi government. It was pro-Modi vote. It was a vote in favor of governance because people resonated. It was an aspirational India. He set up certain targets which he achieved. He spoke about certain things which he said he would deliver, and people voted him with a revised mandate and a better mandate. Now, if you see from 2019 to 2014, we must have done one. We should have done one program on vision document of BJP as to what they promised and what they achieved. And you see, of course, they are saying that it is about 90%. According to me, more than 80 to 85% of the things, then you may agree with it, you may not agree with it. That's the thing. Whether it is Ram Mandir, whether it is 370, whether it is farm laws, whether it is CA NRC, whether it is those Ujjwala Yojana, medical, these IITs and IIMs which they promise, about 90%. But for it's about 80 to 85%. या जब up till of course that up till this belt here also BJP will do well from Taligaon till you can say Savai and little ahead.
Yeah, okay.
This also BJP will do well. That is
See,
what
Madkai, South Goa is expected to, I think, whatever, that 10-11,000 lead, it's come in 2014 also when Savarkar won. That is expected.
Yes.
But we are talking about North, wherein normally, past two elections, it's been pretty...
No. What I am saying is, Panji, Talegaon, Santa Cruz, Santande, Kumar, ya beltanzo paita pa, Tiswadi to the belt across the river till Savai Vere, a little before, because that part comes into north, not south. So to jo belt asa pay, tatun suda BJP will do much better. They will have, I think it will be 60-40. Around 60% of the poll votes will go to BJP and only 40% will go to Congress.
Okay, but you didn't answer my question. What I'm saying is, right now the Prime Minister is come out all guns blazing. It's not just development. It is basically on various issues, like he's talking about the various minorities, he's talking about illegal immigrants, he's talking about, I don't know. This was not there in the 2019
No,
election.
I don't think. See, these things were there in 2014, these things were there in 2019, these thing is there in 2024, and it will also be there in 2019.
Okay, give me this. Our reporter is Krishna is online. Maybe we'll just take him. Then I'll get back to you. Yeah. Yes, Krishna. He is from our reporter Krishna is from Ponda, covering that area. So let's see what he has to give in that area, because I don't know about Ponda, but I think Ponda Ravi won just, I think, no, he just won last time. So how much? Yeah, Krishna, I cannot see you. I can see half of you. Yes. Sang Krishna, Ponda किती चलतं? Sound.
ग्लेन
येस
ग्लेन सर
सांग.
सकाळी साकून लोकांची गर्दी आशिल्ली बुथाचेर जेन्ना हांवें जेन्ना पोंडा गेलो जेन्ना पोंडा जेन्ना गेलो तेन्ना रवीन पयलीं आपल्या वच कश्ट केलें पण लोकांची गर्दी सामकी कमी दिसताली आनी आतां तर मातशी सारकी कमी जाली जे 9 पर्यंत लोकांची गर्दी आशिल्ली आनी आतां मातशी कमी जायत आली जेन्ना पल्लवी कॅन्डिडेट जे आसा डेपो कॅन्डिडेट फोंड्या आयली आनी लोकांची मातशी गर्दी जाली थंय फोंड्या पयलीं विजीट केली तेणें आनी थंयसान मागीर ती परत शिरोडा गेली शिरोडा लोकांची गर्दी आशिल्ली शिरोडा अशें म्हणटा की वोट थोडे वोट जाल्ले आसा कमी 10 to 20% लोक थंय वोटींग करताले आनी लोकांचो रिस्पॉन्स बरो आसलो शिरोडा पूण वन सायडीचें पळोवपाक दिसता कित्याक काँग्रेसीचे ते कोणूच दिसनाशिल्ले काँग्रेस अशें कांय पळोवपाक अशें मेळना फक्त बुथाचेर BJPचीच गर्दी जाल्ली दिसताली शिरोडाक तशें फोंड्याक सांगूंक शकना म्हणजे कोण कोणालो मनीस तो कांय सांगपाक शकनासले आनी लोक वोटींग करून सामकें स्लो वोटींग चलता सारकें आनी आतां तर कमी जायत येयल्लें आसा आनी हांगा आतां वत सारकें चड पडलेलें आसा आनी वताक लोक सारको कमी येतात अशें आमकां पळोवपाक मेळटा मडकय सेम परिस्थिती आसा मडकय सकाळीं गर्दी आशिल्ली आतां सारकी कमी जाल्ली आसा आनी लोक कशे भायर सरता तेजेर डिपेंड आसा आनी जशें एसेंब्लीक दिसता एसेंब्लीक जशें जातालें तशें कांयच दिसना हें वोटींग सामकें स्लो जायत येतालें आसा
कृष्णा ही स्लो और हे मडकय स्लो म्हणजे 9 पासून स्लो गर्दी आशिल्ली और 9 नंतर
9 पर्यंत गर्दी आसली 9 नंतर मातसो स्लो जायत गेल्ले आसा
ओके
आतां पळोवया
आणि पोंडा
टायम आसा पळोवया लोक भायर सरता काय ना ते
पोंडा
वत पडलेलें आसा आनी सगळ्या बुथाचेर वत आसा थंय सद्याक
पोंडा
पोंडा सेम सिच्युएशन आसा भितर वचत पोंडा खांडेपार आमी गेला न्ही लोकांची पयलीं गर्दी कशी पळोवपाक मेळटा तशी गर्दी पळोवपाक मेळना कित्याक पयलीं 11 म्हटल्यार 11 o'clock म्हटल्यार लोकांची सामकी गर्दी आसताली आनी आज पळोवपाक गेल्यार थंय सारकी कमी गर्दी आसा म्हटल्यार 50% लोक थंय दिसना सद्याक प्रेझेंटली.
Okay, thanks Krishna. Now I'd like to thanks Krishna. Now I'd like to say one thing that we were talking about. He's talking about Godti in Madkai up till 9 o'clock, and the percentage here is 7%. So I don't understand what exactly. Imagine if he says there's no Godti. I think he's talking about comparatively. So I don't know what is the thing.
No, even the voting in the morning, what I realized was the voter turnout was good, but there were long queues, so the voting wasn't as fast as expected. So one guy was going inside, and then simultaneously when he was going to vote, if another voter could be sent inside and they could verify his detail, then that could speed up the process and the voting percentages could go up in that fashion, which I did not think was happening in the morning. Maybe now the pace might have picked up.
Talegaon?
No.
Talegaon, there are queues actually.
If there were queues, now
it took me 15 to 20 minutes to vote, and there were hardly like 15 people ahead of me in the male and the female combined.
Yeah, Talegaon, we'll see. Our reporter from Talegaon has to still come in. But Talegaon morning, there was a little bit of crowd, but then it reduced.
I didn't vote because there was a crowd.
There was a crowd in the morning.
Yeah, in the morning.
My voting is in that auxilium, and
your Talegaon car?
That part comes in Talegaon. But Karanzalim end, Karanzalim end. Yeah, but that part, see, as far as CCP is concerned, we are in CCP. But as far as constituency concerned, it is in Talegaon.
Okay, now I think our reporter from Panjim Talegaon is on this. Can we get him online, please? And after this, I just want to get into national, so let's finish off. Yeah, William Sang, tu huya? Where are you?
Okay, आता सध्या आल्तीन.
Okay.
Okay,
what is the
पल्लवी आणि त्यासर वोटिंग केले त्या बुटाचेर आहा आल्तीन बूट नंबर 15.
Okay. आणि
सध्याक आता
tell me what is the situation Panjim Talegaon?
100 किती झाला आउट ऑफ 600 वोटिंग आहा मातशे स्लो झाला आता डाऊन झाला आनी त्यातल्यार एक कंप्लेन अशें येयल्लें पणजेन की ते इंक लायता पळय बोटाक ते रोखडे वयता म्हणटा ते कोणे एकले कंप्लेन केल्ले आतां
Okay.
So quality of ink is not good.
तर तेणी फायट घेवपाक आमी जाता तेजे कितें एक्झॅक्टली जालां
Blame BJP for
काय
it now.
तशेंच
आणि तालिगांव
व्हडले हे केल्ले की काय लिंबू पाणी हो कितें मेवतले अजून पासून सुरवात करूंक ना लोक
इकरा झाली मरे. Did you ask the polling do you ask the polling agent की किती झाले ते सगळे गरमी वाढल्या म्हणून काय ना सत्र्यो बोत्र्यो उदक काय ना
टायम पावता म्हणटा ती आतां खबर ना केन्ना गरमी चालू जातली भायर गरमी आहा
What about तालिगांव विलियम
तालिगांव ओके आसा स्मूथ चलता अजून मातसो कॅमेरा
गोडदी आसा
गर्दी आहा ते थिंगाचे ते लोकल्स पळय ते सरावंडींग आहा तेच आहा सद्याक
ओके या
नो डावट जाता लोक आतां येवन हांवें करूंक ना जाल्यार म्हाकाय करपाक
Okay, William. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, Dr. Interrupted you.
No,
Yeah.
what I was saying was morning when I went to Talegaon, there was quite a queue. There are around
You see, Talegaon even now there's a crowd.
correct 20 to 30 people in the queue, and as he was saying, they were managing it quite well. By the time first person goes to vote, actually press the button, the second one is brought in, and at least verification is done, and those they put a cut mark on the person who at least. So simultaneous work is happening and they are speeding up. So, but in any case, see what happens, this may delay in a sense. If it ends at 5 o'clock, those who are in the queue, they are all allowed to vote. So what we might see is improvement in the figures after say between say 4 to 5:36, because if the people are in the queue, they all will get to vote, but the proper figures, the exact figures, we may not have till we may not have an indication till 4 o'clock, and we may come to know exactly at around 6 o'clock as where we are going to be headed, at whether it is.
But I think your figures, I think it will be approximately between
65
60 to 65%.
plus,
Yes.
65 plus, that would be.
Okay, now I
slightly
want
plus
to go a little further, little out of crossing the boundary. We are like our reporters from Karwar and I mean from Karnataka, and I have not yet moved, but some figures have come in. West Bengal is 15.85%, Maharashtra is 6.64%. That is the South Goa candidate and her husband. That's what William was talking about. So the thing is that in West Bengal, getting back to West Bengal, now West Bengal is, I think, going to be a little tighter than expected. The BJP is going to give a huge fight, is giving a huge fight to the TMC. I don't know as far as the seats are going to be concerned.
18 and 22.
19.
18,
19,
19 and 22. I see reverse happening. BJP may get 21, 22, 23, and they may get 17, 18, 19.
Don't be shocked, it can be more also.
That will see. Viraj, what do you think?
No, there undercurrents suggest that BJP is likely to get slightly more than it got last
One or
time.
two seats, yeah.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if they are the single largest party. So
In Lok Sabha?
No, in West Bengal. In
Yeah,
in
West Bengal. Yeah, yeah. I'm talking about West
So
Bengal.
I
Now
kind
that
of
would shake
yeah.
Didi up.
That's the ground feedback that we are getting.
Yes.
So whether they are able to get more number of seats than the TMC or slightly lower remains to be seen, but they seem to be bettering their tally from last time around.
Vote
See,
share at least will increase.
Yeah, now when Viraj says we are getting, means 365 has been covering elections almost. We have not been able to reach every country. Hopefully we will touch Punjab, etc. But Maharashtra, West Bengal, lots of these states we have been managed. Viraj has been almost single-handedly managing to get these figures down. Of course, Goa and all that. So, but West Bengal we are getting, surprisingly we are getting this again. 1 month back it was like TMC. Now the BJP has managed to make huge inroads in West Bengal. I'm not saying they are going to, I mean TMC is going to, but it's going to be very tight. This is what we feel. Sudesh, what reports have you been getting from your?
See, if you go to see last assembly election, from
It was a sweep, yeah.
it was a sweep, but we did pretty well.
Percentage.
Percentage at the 90 plus seats the BJP got. Last to last election we were nowhere. So we are, since then we are working in West Bengal, and this time around
No, but you were working even before that. That
But
way BJP never stops working.
our work accelerated
Okay.
after the results of the assembly election which came up. So 22 TMC got. This time we are hoping and expecting around 30 seats in West Bengal. As one minus point could be, there is no India alliance seen in West Bengal. Congress is fighting their own election. TMC is fighting their own
So
election.
that could be good for BJP or bad for BJP?
Plus point for BJP.
Okay.
Because you see, you cannot differentiate.
You can't.
If at all you are going as India alliance, you need to go pan India. You cannot be Delhi separate, West Bengal separate.
In fact, this phase, it looks as if there is a little bit of discord among the alliance, because lots of states that they are fighting separately. Sudesh.
They have compromised as and where. This is
But
all
phase 1 and
compromise.
phase 2 was not so much of a
But India alliance is based on lines of the compromise terms.
It's strategic voting.
It is not strategy voting. It is compromise, purely compromise. Strategy we do. We do strategical election, not India alliance.
See, if you ask me about Bengal, you have to give a large amount of credit to BJP. Why? Because you are pitted against a very popular leader. Whatever it might be, you may agree with her policies, you may not, you may have a different ideology. But repeatedly, last 2-3 elections, as far as assembly elections are concerned, Mamta Didi has shown that people.
But also
there is-
anti-incumbency probably has crept in
Yes,
many
so,
years.
so no, I think it is a very good strategic planning, a good team, a structured way of going about things, and very hard and dedicated canvassing.
Can I just
BJP
interrupt?
to. Yeah.
Our Dr. I'll get back to you. Our reporter from North Goa, I think then we'll have a little bit of a break to discuss. I think this is our last reporter unless something urgent comes up. Mahesh. Yeah, Mahesh Bab sang. कितें चल्ला बिचोली मये?
बिचोली तालुका हो जो आसा न्ही तो 3 कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी येतात मयम साखळी आनी बिचोली तातून साधारण 141 बूथ सध्या सेटअप जाल्ले आसा आनी सकाळच्यान सकाळी आमी पळयल्ले की 7 सुमार खुबशे वोटर वोट करपाक उबे आशिल्ले पूण आतां साधारण 11 जाल्ली आसा आनी खुबशे वोत पडटा त्या खातीर मातशें कमी जालां अशें दिसता साधारण 35% वोट जाला अशें दिसता हांगासर एक प्रायमरी अंदाज आमचो पूण आमी म्हणटा की आतां जे 11 जाल्या एक 4-3:30 पर्यंत वोटिंग कमी जातलें कित्याक तर वोत आनी सामके गरमी आसा हांगासर आनी साधारण बिचोली तालुक्यान 86,000 वोटर्स आसा तातून आतां पळोवपाक जाय कितके वोटर्स भायर सरतले आनी कितके वोट करतले आमी आत्तां सीएमाच्या कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सीन आसले आनी आसा म्हणजे आतां साखळी आसा पूण सीएमान आपले 47 बूथ म्हणल्यार कोटंबी हांगा निकतेच वोट केल्लेले आसा आनी थंयसर बरो क्रावडूय आशिल्लो तेज्या बरोबर आनी सीएमान लोकांक आव्हानूय केलां की भायर सरचे आनी वोट करचे कित्याक तर गव्हर्मेंट अशें म्हणटा की आमी वेवस्था केल्या सगळ्यांक वोटरांक उदकाची तशेंच आनीक फॅसिलिटी आमी पळोवया की कितके वोटर्स आतां भायर सरतले आनी कितके वोट करतले हातून कळटलें की एक नॉर्थ गोवान आमचो जो म्हणटात की बीजेपीचो कॅन्डिडेट साधारण 25 वर्सां हांगा आसा आनी आतां परत एकदा तो वोट एका इलेक्शनाक उबो रावलेलो आसा तशेंच रेव्होल्युशनरी गोवनाचो मनोज परब आसा तेज्या अगेन्स्ट तशेंच काँग्रेसीचो रमाकांत कलब आसा पळोवया की तांकां परत वोट पडटा म्हणजे बीजेपी म्हणटा की आमी शुअर वोट जिखून येतले पूण आमकां अशें दिसता की लोकांचे सायलंट वोटूय भरपूर आसा अशें बिचोले तालुक्यान आमकां कळ्ळां म्हणजे दिसता लोकांच्या हेजे वरसून पळोवया आतां कितके वोट जातले आनी कोण जिखून येतलो तो
जिखून येतलो we will be there to cover Mahesh, you and me on 4th of June. Thank you Mahesh. Yeah, I just one little bit of I mean, everybody's breaking news that what William was talking about in Panjim booth number 8. That's where the ink was coming off. So right now polling has been stopped at that particular booth according to our sources. So I don't know. Let's see what exactly and why exactly, what is this dilution about. Dr. finish, then I want to get back to Francis.
Yes, so what I was saying about we were talking about Bengal. It's the very strategized planning of the BJP, a structured way of going about things, a dedicated line of karyakartas, and a charisma of Modi and BJP's achievements delivery. That is what is making the difference, and that's how from absolutely nowhere they were able to get 18-19 seats last time, and this time I see they are crossing at least, according to me, around 23 to 25 seats on lower side in Bengal. I don't see TMC going more than say 17, 18.
Total seats in West Bengal?
42. Total
42.
seats.
According to our figures, our figures is that BJP could possibly get a couple of seats more. More than that, I don't know. Viraj?
Even that will make 21.
Yeah,
even
couple of
that
seats.
will make 21.
Best case scenario.
So more than 50% of the seats BJP will get. It may go to, but what I would be interested in looking at is the percentage of votes.
Percentage of votes as of 9 o'clock is 16%.
No, increase in the percentage of votes compared to 2019. That is going to be the that is going to be a bigger achievement for BJP than just.
They are BJP percentage.
Correct.
Okay,
that is what. If they are able to increase it by 4% more than what they achieved, then they have a serious and very good chances of looking at next assembly election. They have serious and very good chances of winning
that actually
next assembly.
Goes against the BJP argument.
4% votes if they are able to get.
BJP says assembly won and Lok Sabha won. Now that you are
completely contradictory.
Yeah. Okay, Francis. Yes.
So I would like to start by talking about what my friend Sudesh said. When he talks about our alliance, he says that that's an alliance of convenience. But in the same breath, he says we gave Eknath Shinde chief minister's position in Maharashtra. Now this is completely contradictory, right? If when we do an alliance, it's like it's for whatever.
My point
this,
was,
and when they do an alliance
in
and
West
give
Bengal,
Eknath Shinde the
why
chief
there is
minister's post.
why there is no India alliance?
I'm not going to talk about
existed.
I'm not going to talk about West Bengal. I'm going to talk about Maharashtra. I'm going to talk about another thing about as we are discussing,
Punjab,
they are
Delhi,
talking about both of them, Sudesh and my friend Mr. Our lawyer said that the development is what they are asking for vote on. If you see in the last 1 month, they are asking for vote on Mangal Sutras that are going to be snatched by the Muslims. They are not asking for votes on development. The development on ground is the case that you are seeing, you are talking about today. Big noise the election commission made about how refreshments are going to be given. I was there just before coming over here. There were no refreshments anywhere. There were, in fact, we had sent water to our polling agents and our polling this, and we realized that the people inside the election commission don't have water, so we gave them water. So on ground, if you see, there is absolutely no governance and no form of organization in this government. As far as ink is concerned, this is an unheard of. I am 43 years old. In 43 years, I have never heard of the ink washing away. When it came on WhatsApp in the morning, I thought it was a joke. And in two, three
polling has been stopped at that.
Yeah, in 2-3 groups, I said don't spread false messages. This has never happened. The ink comes from one specific vendor. There's only one vendor who supplies it to some 30, 40, 50 countries, and that ink can't go wrong. But if the ink is also going wrong, that is the development that is happening. No refreshments, ink going wrong.
But
election commission is not run by any political party.
Election commission is completely run by the BJP. Completely run by the BJP.
So you mean to say even ink is empty?
So I'm not saying the ink has been this, but I'll talk about as far as
Punjab, Delhi, Maharashtra.
If you look at what happens in I'll come to Punjab, Delhi and Maharashtra. What the BJP does very well is two things. One is they advertise very well. Like for example, the Beti Bachao campaign, the reports that say that there was some 700 crores in that budget for the Beti Bachao Andolan or the Beti Bachao Abhiyan. 444 crores or some that amount approximately has been spent on advertising. Just advertising the Beti Bachao Abhiyan. So like it's like when Mr. Vajpayee was the Prime Minister, and personally I think he was a better Prime Minister than 100 times better than Narendra Modi. They came up with the India Shining campaign. And it was a kick-ass campaign. There was nothing like the India Shining campaign. They showed the Golden Quadrangle on every highway, and it was for us advertising people, advertising and marketing people, that was an excellent. We use it as case studies. Ahmedabad uses it as a case study. Excellent advertising. But on ground, when you go to see the governance, that is completely missing, and that is what people are realizing. Like they say Har Ghar Jal, but there are so many places in Talegaon that still don't have water. In Talegaon, which is the heart of the city. As far as voting patterns in Bengal, Punjab and these places are concerned, see Bengal, what is happening is there is a massive anti-incumbency for Mamata Didi. There is a massive anti-incumbency. And also the BJP in Bengal has been working for 30 years.
Yeah.
It is 30 years of work that is culminating into these few seats.
At least 10-15 very concentrated work.
Very concentrated.
Yeah.
And the amount of money that they are pouring into places like Bengal is ridiculous. Also another thing, if you see, like one of the Congress candidates withdrew a candidature saying that the party is not giving me any money and I don't have any money to fight the elections. But the BJP doesn't have that problem. Because of the electoral bonds or whatever the reason it be.
But the finance minister said that she did not want to fight election because she had no money.
The finance minister
that was quite
the finance minister is, I think her theatrics are the best. It is not even a joke. You're laughing about it while you say it. That's the finance minister. See, the BJP has poured enough of money into West Bengal. They literally poured enough of money into West Bengal.
I think nobody will dispute it.
Yeah,
lot of effort.
They brought to light this Sandesh Khali incident that happened 2 days back. Videos have come out to say that it was completely planned by Suvendu Adhikari and the BJP in West Bengal, and it was dedicated towards this Lok Sabha elections. So that has come to a complete this. So the BJP does, I must give it to them. We are learning from them all the time. They do election engineering very well, and they do advertising and marketing very well, right? But when it comes to actual on ground work, right, I can safely say
implementation.
Simple implementation, like quiet implementation. I can safely say that if you look at Delhi and Punjab, the kind of work that we have done and we continue to do.
But your LG doesn't agree. When he's saying the schools are spoiled, toilets are now he's saying that today he's written a letter to the NIA saying that
he's written a letter saying that we have taken funds from some terrorist organization. It's such a joke that same thing was put into court. There was a PIL filed court in 2023 which said that the Aam Aadmi Party has got funds from a terrorist organization. The judge threw it out. Like if you look at the report and look at the judge's statement, he has ridiculed it and said don't bring such frivolous things to the court and waste our time, is what the court has said. The same thing has come up again now just before the election, because Delhi is they're filing nominations and they'll go to polling.
When is which phase Delhi?
I must really appreciate my friend for defending Delhi government on corruption.
Delhi government defending what? He's the vice president.
Correct. That's what.
General secretary, vice president. But general secretary. Why should he defend his government?
Correct. So therefore, I commend him. See, in a government with almost all the ministers are behind the bar, whose bails have been repeatedly rejected, and to give them clean sheet as if everything is happening. The scams, maximum scams are happening in Delhi today. Today you are known for scams, not for governance. You are known for your ministers in jail.
Advertising. We are known for scams because of your advertising.
But the product is yours. Forget about who's advertising.
Anyway,
the product is yours.
See, scam, corruption for India. I think sometimes people are if there's no corruption,
and it's not that
India doesn't work.
Their bails have been rejected 10 times, 12 times, 13 times.
See, your PMLA, you cannot get bail.
PMLA, you have changed the law.
What about CBI cases? You are in jail for that.
All PMLA. You are changing the PMLA law. You want me to tell you what are the changes in
Okay,
the law?
we'll have this discussion after.
See, if you want to teach
No, PMLA is weaponized. You cannot get bail.
You cannot.
See,
get
there
bail.
are be-
the
the-
law
I
has
go
been
in, I am
changed in
stuck for 6
2017
months.
PMLA.
It's not-
twin conditions for bail. The entire PMLA is the onus lies on the accused to
Accused.
prove himself as
This is the
not
first time
guilty,
ever, I think.
which has never happened in
First
the
time
Indian
ever in the
criminal
world, yeah.
code at all.
See,
so
that-
once you
as
change
far
the
as-
law, then throw people inside and then say this is corruption.
See, as
It's ridiculous.
see,
The state excise department, the excise policy that you're talking about, made more money when the excise policy was implemented.
does not mean you are entitled to do corruption.
No,
What do you
the
mean? The
excise
state is
policy-
making crores. That's why I will take
No,
home
it
some
doesn't-
part
it does
of
not
it.
mean-
That can't be an
No,
argument.
but the case is the
corruption,
case-
the money trail is
the
praised.
case is the
50
exchequer.
crores that you sent
The
to
case-
Goa is
the
trailed.
case in court
You are
is-
being
case in
investigated.
court is-
Case in
Section
court is
made
the
loss.
exchequer has
See,
made a loss.
Forget about
So the case- no, don't forget about the
PMLA,
case.
but you are in jail in CBI CBI cases also.
CBI same cases, sir.
So
Same
that's what-
cases.
so that's what I'm trying
Same
to tell
cases.
you.
So whether
So
it's
you
CBI,
are,
whether
you are
it's ED,
arrested by CBI and you are
CBI
not
or
got bail
ED,
there too.
CBI or ED are two pet dogs of the
Then-
same owner.
Then what remains?
So-
then
so
what
they are
remains?
pet
you are
dogs
going
of the
to-
same owner.
See, if you say it's a pet dog, the matter ends there. Then there can't be further
it should
argument.
end.
See, just
So-
now,
Okay,
so therefore-
anyway,
Sure.
okay. Now has this discussion over? Is this over? I've given you
No,
a
I'll-
chance to discuss. Now give me
One
one
small
chance.
point and then we will start.
Yeah.
My friend
Now is
said
this on this discussion
even-
or some other?
No, same thing.
Okay.
My
Fine.
friend said even Election Commission of India has been handled as he was narrating the story just now, and ED and CBI. See, if a person is been called for 9 times just for interrogation, he is not coming, then
He will never come. Why should he come?
Arre,
Because he says that the case is wrong. That's his argument, not mine. huh?
but he's not getting a bail.
He
is not coming because he
Because he would be arrested something.
tomorrow.
Because
He is
everybody who's been
responding to
called has been
See,
arrested.
see,
Anyway,
a
fine,
rapist
let
will
me
take
not
a
get
stand,
into.
the case is wrong. I will not go to the court. Will you allow him that?
Huh?
A rapist will say, I will not go to court. The summons is wrong. Will you allow him that?
Anyway, I'll
See,
not
if
get
a
into
summons
that.
is issued, you have to respect
You have to
it.
respond
What
to
are
the
you
summons.
talking
So
A
the
about?
person like
respond to the
me,
summons
if
was
called
given.
by the police,
What are the-
I'll
nine
be
times you
behind
do not
bars.
go to
Nine
the
times
jail.
response was
That's
given
what
to
he
the
did.
summons.
But the minute he
Nine
called him
times
for someone, they
response
put him
was-
inside.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's not
Law for
get into
everyone.
let's not get into this. What my point is very
No,
simple.
law is not for everyone. When a BJP candidate shifts to, when a NCP person like Ajit Pawar shifts to the BJP, suddenly the law vanishes. Summons stop. Like for example, the Air India scam that has happened, where tissue papers also were
Praful
sold for a
Patel.
profit by Praful Patel. Now suddenly, the minute he joins BJP, the case is closed.
Okay.
I think he
So
has
law
to
is
set
not
up
for
a
everyone.
panel.
Okay.
Law is only for opposition in this case, and PMLA law.
Okay, guys, wait. One sec. We are not fighting a campaign here. Sorry, Dotor, you and Francis, we are not fighting a campaign here. That campaign is being fought on the streets. My point is this. Now, after all, whatever the strategy may be of any party, I am not going to get into that. Whether the BJP strategy is like, fighting corruption. There is a lot of corruption in BJP everywhere. We know, including in Goa. Leave that. Corruption in India is endemic, will never change. Whatever you might do, whatever anybody might say, I am very open about it. However, my point is this: will this particular campaign, this is the same question I asked during Karnataka election, will this particular campaign strategy hold grounds? Will it bear fruit for this particular election? Delhi and Punjab are only two states where AAP is. Will it bear fruit, or will it be a flower in Punjab and Delhi? Leaving this discussions aside, I am not getting into this. Judge, we are not judges or lawyers. Sorry, Doctor, we are not judges or lawyers. Yeah. What do you think? As a political.
I feel, especially in Punjab and Delhi, especially in the case of AAP, even in other states, the way the ED and the CBI has been going around against these politicians is quite appalling. Also, there's an indication that they are going too strong on certain parties and not going so strong on the other parties.
Hold the thought. Our South reporter, Vasco reporter is online. Could be. Yeah, Hiru, son. Where are you?
Yeah. I am in Vasco right now in Vasco constituency, and
Yeah, go on. I can hear you. Go on.
yeah. या हांव वास्को कॉन्स्टिट्युन्सीन आहा आणि ह्या कॉन्स्टिट्युन्सीन पळोवपाक गेल्यार जे हांगा आज सकाळी पयलीं स्लो वोटींग स्टार्ट जाल्ली पण णवाची जे मेरेन आमकां हे मेळ्ळें तेन्ना वोटींग फास्ट जावपाक स्टार्ट जाली. आतां सद्या मेरेन जी पर्संटेज आहा अबाउट 25% जाल्ली आहा जे इन्फॉर्मेशन मेळ्ळा. पूण आतां इन्फॉर्मेशन येयल्या तेंपान जाल्ली आहा. Then there is some disturbance there.
No, we can hear you. Go ahead, go ahead. We can hear you
Okay.
clearly.
या सो आतां मेरेन लोक येवपाक लागला आसा आणि हे इलेक्शन कमिशनान जे लोकांक वोटींग एट्रॅक्ट करपा खातीर जशें ग्रीन बूथ केला त्या भायर थोड्या कडेन मेडिकल कॅम्पूय दवरलेले आसा. तशेंच त्या भायर जे पिंक बूथ केला आणि तितून तशें थंय डेकोरेशनूय केल्लें आहा. आनी पळोवपाक गेल्यार जशें की म्हटलं एवरी टायम जे पॉलिटिशियन्स म्हणटात लिडर्स म्हणटात की खंय तरी मुर्मुगांवसून खंय तरी एक लीड मेळटा. बीजेपी म्हणटा एज वेल काँग्रेसूय म्हणटा पण मुर्मुगांवसून पळोवपाक जाय की कशा तरेन हांकां हेचो फायदो जाता. बिकॉज लोक कान मेरेन भायर सरतले तेचेर डिपेंड आशिल्ले की बीजेपीन जे 50 प्रमुख म्हणून काडलेले ते खंय तरी लोकांक घरा कडेन वचून भायर काडपाक लागलेला हे दिसून येता. काँग्रेसीचे तशेंच हांगा आमकां बूथ घातलेले दिसून येता पोलिंग स्टेशनाचे. टोटल 147 पोलिंग स्टेशन्स आहात इन टोटल मुर्मुगांव तालुका. जशें की कुट्टाळे आहात मागीर मुर्मुगांवान आहात. हे जर हांगा जर पळयत जाल्यार 18 वर्किंग स्टाफ घातलेले. आतां सकाळ फुडें जेन्ना कासावली जेन्ना पोलिंग स्टेशनाचेर एका पोलिंग स्टेशनाचेर जेन्ना पोलिंग करपाक जेन्ना लोक वयता आनी जे पोलिंग बुथाचेर जे पोलिंग एजंट जाले पोलिंग एजंट तांकां खंय तरी भायर घातले कित्याक की सामकें मिसअंडरस्टँडींग जालें. आनी तेच्या उपरांत बोवाळ जालो की सगळे जे पार्टीचे आपल्या पार्टीचे जे पोलिंग एजंट जाले तांकां सगळ्यांक भायर घातले जे की तेंचे मिसअंडरस्टँडींग जालें आनी बोवाळ जालो. आनी आफ्टर ऑफिसर्स येयल्या उपरांत मागीर खूब डिस्कशन जाल्या उपरांत मागीर खंय तांकां भितर घेतले. आनी तशेंच वास्को सद्या मेरेन आजून मेरेन मुर्मुगांव तालुक्यान सगळे शांत आसा काय बोवाळ ना.
Yes, okay. Anything more you want to add, Hiru?
एड मीन्स जशें की मोविन गुदिनो आणि कॅप्टन विरियाटो हे एकाच कॉन्स्टिट्युन्सीन पयलीं आमदाराक झगडलेले इलेक्शनाक असेंब्ली इलेक्शनाक हाडले आनी तेंचे दोगांचे एकामेकाचे प्रत्युत्तर चालूच आसतात. आनी आयजूय तशेंच जालें की जेन्ना कॅप्टन विरियाटो वोटींग केला उपरांत आमी ताका विचारले की तुमकां कितें दिसता आनी कशें तुमी दिसता तर म्हणटा तेणी आपूण क्लियर कट हांगा स्वीप करतलो सावथ गोवा एज वेल एज दाबोलीय स्वीप करतलो. आनी अशें तेंच्यांनी एक आरोप केलो की खंय तरी काल मोविन गुदिनोचे टीम आसले ते जे सपोर्ट जाल्ले ते खंय तरी पयशे वाडटाले आनी तांकां खंय तरी जे स्टाफ आहा ते सपोर्ट करता. पूण तेचेरूच आमी मोविन गुदिनोची जेन्ना प्रतिक्रिया घेतली मोविन गुदिनोन सांगले की हो स्वता विरियाटोच खरो पयशे वाडटलो अशें तेंचें म्हणणें. आनी आपूण दाबोलीसून ताका टोटल धांवडून काडटलो आनी स्वीप करतलो अशें ते सांगला. फक्त तो उलयता आनी तेचो वॉयस रिकॉर्डिंग जे कितें आहा ते सगळे कडेन व्हायरल जाला. आनी आपूण काय AI न्हू AI जर ट्रान्सलेट कोंकणीसून इंग्लिशेंत ट्रान्सलेट केला ते आपूण करूंक ना ते स्वता तीन विरियाटोन उलय अशें म्हणटा. आतां कितकें खरें कितें आहा ते जनता जाणा ते वॉयस रिकॉर्डिंग जाता. पूण अशा तरेचो प्रति आरोप एकामेकाचेर हांगा जालो. तशेंच संकल्प आमोणकर जो साड्याचेर आहा मुर्मुगांव भागार आहा तेणी सांगलेलें आसा की 80% मतदान जातलें. आनी जे काँग्रेसीचे जे आपूण जेन्ना काँग्रेसीन आसलो तेन्ना जेन्ना आपल्या कडेन जे मतदार आसले ते आयज सगळे शिफ्ट जाल्ले आसा बीजेपी कडेन. आनी आपूण जे सांगता तशें ते आपल्या वांगडा आनी ते आपूण प्राउड फील करता अशें म्हटलां. पूण पळोवया ज्या 4 तारखेक जेन्ना मतदान मतपेटी ओपन जातली ईव्हीएम जेन्ना रिजल्ट दितलो तेन्ना कळटलें की खरें वोटींग काँग्रेसीचे बीजेपीक जाला काय काँग्रेसीक जाला हें तेन्ना कळटलें.
Yeah, thanks. We'll be there, Hiru. You and me will be there on 4th of June for the counting. Thanks, Hiru.
Yeah.
Keep in touch.
Tehnna kayitli. Yeah. Thank you.
Sorry, you were talking about specifically I was talking about. Now, in fact, we were just watching the thing. The bail hearing is going on of Arvind Kejriwal in the Supreme Court, wherein the Supreme Court has asked the ED why it took 2 years for the investigation for so long. Leaving that is the legal side and the strategy
without
side.
getting into the legal aspect.
I'm not. What I'm saying is, will it affect? Will it help? Will it affect the same way as it did help when the BJP leaders were put inside? It helped in the next election. Those governments get thrown out. Will it be the same thing now for the India Alliance, at least for India and for especially for AAP, because AAP they've really gone after AAP.
No, they have really gone after AAP, and it's very clear that they have used their full force and might to go after them.
Will it affect?
Without going into the merits, whether corruption actually happened, did not happen, let's not get into that and the legal aspects. But the political side of thing, as per ground reports, we are looking at a sympathy arising to the Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal, and that seems to be definitely helping them in Delhi, and also to certain extent in Punjab, because if you look at Delhi, all 7 seats were won by the BJP in 2014 as well as 2019, despite Aam Aadmi Party having a 2/3 or even bigger majority, 3/4 majority in the assembly. So this time that sympathy wave could give them some seats. Also, they are in an alliance with the Congress, that should also help them. Now, as far as corruption is concerned, let's be very clear and frank about it. Corruption is not going anywhere anytime soon. Not only in India, but even worldwide, there is funding to the political parties and so on. What is important is the corruption at the lower level should go down, is what I feel as a political analyst. So if you go for a small thing, like if you are building a small house, you go to the panchayat and there you have to pay money. This has to stop. Now, money is required for election, and on a higher level it happens. That I think is okay, as long as the Aam Aadmi, or let's say the electorate, the lower income group, simple people are not made to pay money for small tasks.
Yeah, but you talk about the panchayats in North Goa and in South Goa, without money, try and get a license. It's an open challenge. Try and do business without paying the cops.
Construction.
I challenge you.
Not only in Goa, I am not going into.
I am very clear about it. It is not possible. Panchayats have to be paid. Police have to be paid. So corruption is not such a big issue for people. When you come for voting, they'll keep that aside and then they'll vote for whatever.
It is not only BJP and Congress.
Everywhere.
So Congress comes to power, BJP comes to power.
Because ultimately, see our salaries. Our salaries are a pittance. And you have to get in. To get into the any government job, you have to pay lots of money. That is not my thing. That last time cases have gone to court, PWD engineers and all have been thrown out. That is this government. So corruption not an issue. Issue is what is the perception of the person who is going to stand for elections. That is what I am saying. Yes, you wanted to say something, Francis?
See,
I'm sure Sudesh and Dotor will try and will counter me on that. But it's a fact.
You're extremely right. See, elections are won on perception, right?
Yeah.
And the perception that was created in 2014 there was no perception created. It was just a very, very strong
but that corruption had reached some heights. It had gone to.
Yeah, so that was a different level.
I think AAP was born from that, from the IAC.
Correct.
Right?
So as far as 2019 is concerned, there was a
Modi wave.
There was a wave to a certain extent because they had taken 5 years to build up that wave, right? They had organized that wave well in advance. But as far as this election is concerned, there is like I'm saying, no wave, and secondly, there is that same anti-incumbency was there, which was there against the Congress. Now people are saying we've given you 10 years of time, and we don't see the ground level change. Like for the longest time, the entire Modi government and everybody was talking about how corruption has been vanished, how smart cities are coming up across the country. Now, if you see in the last 3 months, in the 6 months run up to the election, there is no smart city. There's no talk about anti-corruption. He's just not talking about corruption being reduced. Suddenly, the entire strategy has been changed in the last month, and he's talking about how Muslims are going to take away your wealth, and how they are going to snatch your Mangal Sutras, and how the Congress government in its manifesto has written that all the wealth will be taken and given to the Muslims. Right? This, if you see the strategy change, right?
Will it work?
The strategy change. It cannot work, no, because you can't put strategies. Strategies are not like eggs where you fry them overnight and eat them. Strategies have to be cooked over a long period of time.
But it has worked before for the BJP, right? The number of seats have just gone up.
It has worked for the BJP to come to being as a BJP. Like Murli Manohar Joshi, LK Advani, if you study their movements, they went to jail, they did all of that stuff, and they built that from there. So they have been cooking that up for the last 30-40 years. It hasn't. You can't come overnight and say that Muslims will take a Mangal Sutra, vote for the BJP. It's not going to work like that. That strategy doesn't work in the short term. That strategy does work in the long term, and it has worked for the BJP in the long term.
But has it reached? Has it peaked?
I don't think so.
It
I
will
don't
still
think so.
means you still that will still work and
No, they are going to continue to do that. No, that
and will it get seats and according to you?
No, see,
as an opposition.
when you look at any of these fascist kind of regimes that have come to play, whether it was Hitler in Germany or whether it was revolutionaries like Che Guevara and these guys from Cuba who they turned into fascist regimes in a certain period of time. That reaches a certain boiling point, and after that people are also fed up. They can't take any more of it. They're like, they don't see the this of it. I think the BJP is close to that boiling point. They haven't reached it yet, but they are very close to that boiling point of people will say, yeah, okay.
So you're conceding that this election will be a Modi election?
No, I'm not conceding at all. I'm saying that this current shift in strategy, for 1 month back, suddenly they started talking only anti-Muslim, anti-Muslim, anti-Muslim. This will make them lose votes. At least it shows two things. They had no faith in their current strategy, and that current strategy was not working also. Two things it shows, that like immediately they had to switch.
Datur, you feel?
I will tell you one thing. Opposition parties and especially those who are siding with Congress shouldn't talk about polarizing votes. हांच्यानी minority वोट्साचे आख्खे गेली 70 वर्षा राज्य केला तर कोणाच्या कुस्तार केला हांच्यानी पहिले एक्सपेक्ट who was the person who said that the first claim over natural resources is that of Muslim? It is there on video. Who was the person says that we will take it from the upper caste people and give it to lower caste people under the garb of redistribution of national wealth? It is you who have brought up the topic. You expect not to be. You expect not to be.
Ambedkar sir.
Ambedkar. Now during this election, Congress manifesto says it. Ambedkar is different. Ambedkar never said that. See, by robbing rich, a poor are never going to become. See, for them you will have to give them proper avenues.
You are talking about Sam Petroda's statement.
It is there in Congress manifesto. Congress
no,
leaders are talking about
in the manifesto.
It's not in the manifesto. See, it is there. Redistribution of assets. Redistribution of assets is there a part of Congress manifesto.
Can we get the
redistribution of assets?
And
Redistribution of
we'll get you the
assets. Sam
manifesto.
Petroda leaders. Rahul Gandhi day in and day out in the election speeches have been saying it. Sam Patra that we are going to take 55% these taxes on rich so that we have inheritance tax gold particular this.
See, I'll tell you what Sam Patroda is talking about. Sam Patroda is talking about the inheritance tax which is there in the US.
Inheritance tax.
Yeah. He's talking about that. You listen to his video.
Inheritance tax is a different.
He's talking about that. He's talking about that.
See, they are talking about resources. They are talking about
redistribution
of resources, and they are making election speech. They are on. You please check the video. See, they are
maximum
election speeches.
Congress leaders are saying this.
Each leader is making that statement.
Which leader? Which leader?
Rahul Gandhi is making that. What are you talking about?
You have to be frank.
What does he protect? See, you can say that he is saying redistribution of natural asset. That is what he is trying to say.
Which statement?
Which statement? Election statement in each election.
No, not a single base. Can you show me one video?
Inheritance tax is fine. See, I am also.
No, inheritance tax in the US.
He's talking about inheritance tax in the US, sir. He is not talking about inheritance tax in India at all.
Forget.
It's a bad thing for inheritance for you and me.
He wants to enter politics in US. It is for him to do so.
Sam Petroda is not a politician.
I know. He might be economist.
Good friend of
legal advisor. He is a Congress advisor. You
no,
don't.
Not just a friend of.
He's not a politician. He
But
doesn't
anyway,
stand for elected office.
we are not talking about Sam Patroda. We are talking about Congress
you are
leaders.
talking about his
we are
statement.
talking about Congress leaders who are talking about redistribution. They are talking about inheritance tax. But fine, actually redistribution of assets is fine, but don't make it on religious line. That is what. Don't make it on religious line.
Where is it?
They are
I'll tell you what the BJP is saying. BJP is saying that. I'll tell you what the BJP is saying.
There are leaders who are
Which leaders, sir? Name the leaders. Name the statement.
Rahul Gandhi says.
What did he say?
Rahul Gandhi he says that I am going to take it from the poor, rich and give it to the poor beyond a particular. I am going to cap. That is what.
Okay, you just said take it from the rich and give it to the poor. Where is Muslim in that?
That's what he said. The first.
What he said, he'll take it from the rich Muslims and give it to the poor.
He did not say rich Muslims and so then there is no question of rich Muslim and poor.
So either you repeat the statement or you play it for me and show it to me.
No problem. Manmohan Singh's statement, you see, he has been saying.
Sir, make up your mind. Either Sam Pitroda or Manmohan Singh.
They are all congressmen. They are all congressmen. What are you saying?
Fair enough.
You want to?
They are all congressmen.
They are all congressmen. They are all congressmen.
Don't try to jump from one person to the next person. Let's talk about one person.
Because you are together. You are together. You are giving the speeches together.
When I ask you about Rahul Gandhi's statement, you go to Manmohan Singh. When I ask you about Manmohan Singh,
but you have to read that in conjuncture.
Make up your mind. See, I am saying Sam Pitroda is talking about inherent tax in the US. You all have misconstrued that statement and got it over here.
We are not.
Rahul Gandhi has never said, nor has the Congress manifesto said anything. It has not put the word Muslim in the manifesto at all. Redistribution of wealth is not there in the Congress manifesto. I challenge you to bring the manifesto and show it to me.
The Congress manifesto does not speak about giving it to Muslim, but Congress leaders are speaking. That is what the problem is. So repeatedly they are.
Rahul Gandhi said, "एक झटके में गरीबी हटाएंगे." That is the
that गरीबी हटाओ is
एक झटके में.
That can be
all black. They are saying that 55% tax.
Allegation of Dotor. Elevation of Dotori, he said redistribution of assets. Now that's where I have searched everywhere. That thick statement is not there of it. He's saying Garibi hatao. That is the same way the Congress says Garibi hatao.
The same way BJP says.
Everybody says, "Arey, you have to."
Last आलू डालेंगे सोना निकालेंगे.
Garibi hatao was said by grandmother.
That is from gold. That is our scientists from Goa.
50 years they are saying Congress गरीबी हटाएंगे.
What did it?
Garibi hatao was said. See, ऐकून घ्या. Garibi hatao was said by grandmother. Rahul Gandhi today is saying even Ameri hataenge because that also is saying I'm going to take it from the rich and give it going to.
I have not heard, but anyway,
we have some voting percentage.
Yeah, one second. Before this, now this is this is the narrative of the BJP. I agree.
A narrative of lies, basically.
Yeah, whatever. Lies. You say one lie, he says one lie, he says well, I say one lie. Whatever. Whoever manages to convince the other, it's the truth. It should not be, but it is many times. My point is not that. This is politics. My issue is one. Will this narrative bring in the seats? And from a narrative of development, it has gone to this narrative. Is this a sign that the government or whoever have found that this particular development narrative was not working? That's why they've shifted the narrative. And will this work? Because this is something that we saw in Karnataka. This is exactly something that we saw in Karnataka.
And the BJP lost after that.
Whatever. That's now again, whether this is an assembly election, Lok Sabha election, because I still feel that the people are going to vote for the Prime Minister. But is this a sign of things to come, or is this a sign of a certain shift of strategy? And as a psephologist, as an analyst, I'm not getting now, these three are politicians, I'm not getting into this. Will it work? Will the strategy work? Because we are policy and strategy. Will it work? Will it not work? This sort of, overhyped I don't know, whatever.
So if you the main good thing for the BJP is they are fighting this election with Prime Minister as the main focus. Correct. So that's definitely a big advantage for them. Now coming to the other factors, now you have to consider that BJP is in power for 10 long years and there is now not everyone gets the benefit. So there might be, I might have got a job but my neighbor has not got a job. Some people are left out from the benefits, or they've generally not done that well in their careers or lives. So that kind of has an impact. So they are more likely to vote on the opposite side and just try it out, see if things improve. So that can happen, but on a national level, Lok Sabha elections, I think that impact we will see in the assembly elections in a more prominent way.
Correct. I tend to agree. Now, you just can update the figures.
Yeah. So we have the figures till 11 a.m. Goa as a whole, the voting percentage is 30.94%. 30.94% entire Goa. North Goa is 30.31, and continuing with the trend is South Goa leading North Goa, this even at 11 a.m. with 31.56. South Goa is 31.56, North Goa is 30.31. Coming to the highest voting percentages in North Goa, it is again Sanglim Chief Minister Pramod Sawant's constituency with 39%, and in South Goa it is Kurchorem with 34.77%. Amit Patkar, Congress President, Goa Pradesh Congress President's constituency. So both the leaders taking forefront with their respective parties and getting voters out is the flavor for 11 a.m. Coming to the lowest percentages, it is Panjim 25%, and South Goa it is Mormugao, which is 28%. How much of an impact the smart city work have had, I do not know.
That we'll discuss subsequently. But my point, only one point is Kurshore 38% is not a good sign for the BJP. This is my feeling.
Yeah.
What do you feel?
No, Kurchorem, I feel personally Kurchorem is going to be difficult for the BJP this time around. One,
it's going
because
to be, I think, neck to neck, literally.
One, because Amit Patkar is the president of Pradesh Congress, so he's going to put in a lot of efforts. Secondly, there are two factions of the BJP in Kurchorem. One is with Nilesh Kabral and the second one is with Rohan Desai. So there is some friction there. Also, Nilesh Kabral was dropped. So I don't know whether all his voters or his supporters are going to come and vote. They might abstain or they might cross vote. I do not know. So it's a little tricky situation in Kurchorem. If I were to take a call, I would give an advantage to the Congress there.
Okay. West Bengal 32.82%.
So West Bengal,
probably,
yeah, West Bengal is the highest in all India level basis with 32.82%. Bengal in general is a politically active and people are very aware. It's similar to Goa in a way with politics and football. So voting percentages have been very high in the previous phases as well. So it's not a surprise that they are leading there. And what makes it even more interesting is the close contest between the BJP and the Trinamool Congress. As far as the lowest percentage is concerned, it is Maharashtra with 18.18. So West Bengal is 32 and Maharashtra is 18. So that's not a very good sign as far as democracy is concerned. Let's see which party benefits.
no, but normally higher percentages used to be good for the opposition party. But last two elections, assembly and this, we have seen that it's not always the case.
That is gone now. See, that used to be there in 90s and 2000, where we used to say if there is a large turnout, then likely that the incumbent government is being voted out. But that has not worked in last, and it not only in Goa, across the country.
So what is the trend according to you?
Because
No, what is the trend?
the trend, you can't just because voting percentage is low in a particular area, therefore to derive conclusion that particular incumbent government it is better for it or bad for it can't be derived depending upon voting percentage. That will have to be seen from other factors as to how the trends are going, which are the people in the fray, what are the equations, how the government has performed, is there an anti-incumbency mood. Now anti-incumbency, now we are talking about anti-incumbency as far as Bengal is concerned. There too are concerned, but in national, as far as nation is concerned, Narendra Modi, do you see anti-incumbency? Yes. You might complain about, there is no anti-incumbency as far as Modi is concerned. No way of anti-incumbency. That one thing any person will tell you, any expert will tell you. So therefore anti-incumbency also does not work. You take example of a place
normally
like
anti-incumbency comes
Madhya Pradesh,
10 years,
Madhya
10,
Pradesh.
12 years.
Okay, take anti-incumbency of governments in Bihar. Third, fourth time he has come now.
Who?
Bihar.
Nitish Kumar.
Nitish Kumar is not one government. He jumped
He
so many
might be, but
governments.
the chief
No,
minister.
Nitish Kumar is not a.
He might see.
not a thing.
He has only taken support.
no
That's fine.
compulsion in
Support is fine, but it's the same party. It's the same party. People don't seem to be fed up with. Naveen Patnaik. Take Naveen Patnaik.
Nitish Kumar's percentage has dropped over the years. It's the BJP that has
Gujarat is a great example.
Take Gujarat.
Gujarat is a great example.
Take Gujarat 4 or 5 times. It doesn't seem to see. So therefore, anti-incumbency.
Gujarat's an exception, not a
Last time he swept the election.
It's an exception.
No,
See,
see,
so therefore,
you remember one thing. You remember one thing.
So therefore,
There should be a strong leadership. Leadership is strong in
share
Gujarat.
went up in Gujarat.
See,
The number
it's
of
an
seats
exception.
of Congress
Similarly,
went up in Gujarat in the last
that's
assembly
all right.
election.
But that BJP has won, or you can't read it as a point in your.
No,
favor.
it's an exception.
So
Gujarat is
therefore,
not.
so therefore, what
Sir,
it
you
proves
can't
is
say for West Bengal. You can say anti-incumbency. For
it's
central
working,
government,
but
you
it's
can't
not
say
my
anti-
opinion. It's not
See,
my opinion.
eventually the work you do.
Anti-incumbency is
Exactly,
working
productive
productive.
you are. Exactly, the
So
work-
therefore,
so,
it's
but
not.
anyway.
It's not. See, it's not that everywhere because government is in a place. Therefore, voting will be done on basis of anti-incumbency also. There is sometimes a pro-incumbency.
Let's specify. What do you think? What do you think? Is this low? See now, to all India as of 11 o'clock is 25.41%. All India. So is this good? Forget about democracy. Is this good for the opposition or is this good for the ruling? This is what I want.
But that you can't derive depending upon the percentage. You see, if it was 30, let's assume it was not 30, it was 35.
What's your studied opinion?
See, this vote is going in favor of BJP. This vote is, but not because it is 30 or 25.
Okay.
Even if it was 25, I would have said same. Even if it was 35, I would have said. Even if it was
a higher
35.
voting percentage, you would have said it's in favor of BJP.
No, I'm not saying it's low. It's not low, by the way.
No, it's not low. But it's
So therefore, 30% and 11 is not low, by the way.
It's not low, but it's
So
not.
therefore,
It's not
so
high.
I
also.
have been saying
it's
same
going to be
thing.
almost zero.
See, I have been
from
saying
334
same thing.
because
30 it will, yeah. You need to understand
See,
that
as far
also.
as 11 is concerned, 30% voting at 11 o'clock is not low.
25%, 25.4.
Almost 30% in Goa. That is-
25.4. Goa you're
Goa
talking
is
about.
30. Yes, we're talking about Goa. 30.31 in north.
Goa doesn't
and
vote.
31
From 11:30, 12 up till 4:30, Goa does not vote.
No, they do.
They
People
don't
will
vote.
come and vote.
They don't
They will
vote
come.
except in Kamrabat and all in Taligaon. Other places nobody votes. We have been covering elections for
See,
so many years.
Goa will
And Ban.
Sir, you must
65%.
हांव तुका सांगता तालिगांव रावता मातसो
I also voted. I have voted.
Morning, no, before never, no.
This is not against BJP or anything. हांव कितें म्हणटा the kind of voting that you see in the rest of like Donapal to polling station आता पळयत जाल्यार हाली आसता.
Empty. Up till
But
4:30.
ultimately, see, you have
It's very hot.
whatever you tell me what was the percentage last time? Cross 70%. So therefore, how does it matter to you? You tell me. Voting has happened. Even now also, it will cross around 65%. It will cross, or that will be the cut. Even if assuming it's less. But what I am see, the point was not that. That's not what we were talking about. Whether low percentage is beneficial for incumbent government.
Yes.
That is what.
Or the opposition.
Or opposition. That
What do you
there is-
think?
That there is no scale to measure that. Whether it is because it is low, therefore it is going to be helpful for you, or because it is more, it is going to be detrimental to you. You can't. There is no such scale to measure.
Francis, what do
I
you say?
feel it is good for the government for various reasons, but not because of the turnout.
Francis.
See, I'll tell you what. There are, according to our study, there are 3 types of voters. One is the very enthusiastic voter. Whether it's a Congress voter, Aam Aadmi Party voter, or BJP voter, people like me who are very, entwined with our parties, we want to get up first thing and put our vote. We are in a big hurry to put our vote for our party, right? Then there is a voter who's who's decided who he's going to vote for, but he's not in that big a rush. He'll finish his daily morning work and whatever, and he'll reach the voting.
That's a typical Congress voter.
Yeah, Congress voter you can say, but in general, the Goan voter is like that. And then there is the lazy voter who says, yeah, by sorry, and they come out by 3-4 o'clock. Last minute they reach to vote. So these are the 3 types of voters that we have seen. And because we are sitting and calling up people, no, come and vote. So we know the kind of people. We know that some people.
That's for you to prove my point.
Yeah, we cannot.
That's
No,
for you to
BJP
prove my
does it better
point.
than us, sir. BJP does it better than
Yeah,
us. We are
BJP
calling
the
BJP.
missionary is very good.
BJP reaches the doorstep.
Yeah.
So I give that to the
missionary, you
BJP.
agree?
I agree.
Of course,
I agree.
everybody agrees.
I agree. There
Who
is no
doesn't
doubt
agree?
about it. You all have got
Sudesh, come on.
See, if you got the
Who
money,
doesn't agree?
if you got the money, you can buy a machine gun. If you don't have the money, you can't even buy a normal air rifle.
Organization also is
Yeah,
there.
so you can buy organization with the money that you guys have anyway.
See,
to
why we
polling
started
percentage-
where and
They
where we are
started-
today.
That's
Coming to
unfair.
That
Not
you need
only
to at
they
least,
have
they need to
also
at least
put in
say
effort.
money,
They put in effort.
So have we-
whatever it takes.
They have taken 40 years to reach here. We have taken Aam Aadmi Party has taken 10 years to reach
You
where
all
we are.
need 30 more years to reach
We are
there.
fair enough. We'll take our 30 years. We've got all the time in the world. As far as voting percentage is
Visuals.
concerned,
So we have visuals of Siddesh Naik casting its vote. He is son of Shripad Naik, the candidate from North Goa, BJP candidate.
as far as voting percentage goes, this is where.
This is
As far as voting percentage goes, the percentage when it goes up and there's a high turnout, then
It used to be, not anymore, I
The BJP,
think.
1 minute. Then the BJP used to say that it is good for us. Right?
Normally it used to be, I think.
Yeah. Now when the voting percentages are not going that high, they are changing strategy midway. They are completely changing strategy midway of the election because they have seen the voting in the first phase of voting and the voting percentages have not been in their favor.
There is no strategy change.
The complete strategy
We
change.
want to tell you on
why is the BJP
on 4th we still stand strong. 1 lakh
Viksit
plus,
Bharat,
1
Viksit
lakh
Bharat
plus,
was the strategy. How
and
did it turn to
60,000,
Muslim
1 lakh
Mangal
plus?
Sutras?
1 lakh plus?
1 lakh plus vote in North Goa.
No, forget. You can win by
60,000,
100 doesn't matter.
that
Which is
winning,
therefore is
winning,
That
winning
you
or
can
lose.
keep
What do you
saying.
feel?
Whether I
Both
can-
seats.
I
will go
can
to
say the
BJP?
sky is going to
100%.
turn green tomorrow. That I
100%.
can also keep saying.
Okay.
We are
what
saying
about-
400 plus.
Okay.
200 plus is so my God. That is
Yeah,
such a
Viraj,
dream come true.
Viraj, tell me one thing. Now we've heard the politicians and this. What do you feel? What do you feel about this low percentage? Is this a new trend?
Can't be
Because
said to be
of
low percentage.
you basically people are just fed up of these elections and they say whoever you vote it's the same.
No, I
Or
think
is
it
what
was a
is
good
it?
percentage.
I think the
feel.
voting
At least
percentage
for Lok
is-
Sabha.
25% all
25.
India.
Overall.
25% all India.
Oh, in Goa.
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 No, we are talking about all
No,
India.
I think if you look at the data in the
Talking about all
last
India.
10 to 15 years, the voting percentage has been slightly increasing. So that's a good sign that could be attributed to the new young voters that are
You know,
getting
EC is put in a lot of effort. No?
yeah, added, and also the marketing, let's say the awareness that has been made through social media and other means. So we see this chunav ka par messages being put on electricity bills, water bills, and where not. So that effort, I think, is bearing fruit and the percentages are increasing. Now as a thumb rule, higher percentage usually went with the opposition, but that doesn't seem to be happening in a lot of places. Like Goa, for instance, was the opposite. So we cannot just based upon voting percentages, it's difficult to predict who is benefiting and who is not benefiting from it.
So that's exactly what I was saying. See, it is different at different places, and by the way, these things, this 30% as far as Goa is concerned, or 25% as far as India is concerned, this can't be said to be a low turnout, and therefore that argument which was said, no, BJP uses its arguments to say if it is more, it's my benefit, if it's low, no, it is like that. It's nothing of that sort. Elections today. 25 years ago, it was true that if there is a bigger turnout, it was seen to be something against, because incumbent government is being dislodged. People have come in large numbers to vote against the government. That is what general thumb rule was, and it has happened also. Whenever there has been high percentage of voting, the incumbent government in 90s would get voted out. But today it is not happening. Today, you see, there was a high percentage last time, but Modi got re-elected with a reaffirmed this. It has happened in Gujarat, it has happened in Goa, it has happened in Madhya Pradesh,
2019.
it has happened everywhere. Practically, it is happening everywhere, almost everywhere. So therefore, and see, there was a large voter turnout in Karnataka. BJP got voted out. So it's happening different things at different
It was
times.
not really large in Karnataka.
BJP turnout was large.
Was it large?
Yes, it was large. It was more turnout. So that's why
Same.
So therefore, if you see this voting percentage increase or decline are not reflective of pro incumbency or anti incumbency. That will have to be derived from various other factors as to who is contesting, whether they have performed well or not, whether they are in alliance, who are against them, whether opposition is united or not. all these factors, so many other factors, those all vectors will have to be seen to arrive at a consensus whether this vote is going in favor of a incumbent government or not.
See, I agree, but my point is I am aware of the factors which make this. What you all feel is my point.
Presently, I feel this is going BJP's way, and I don't know whether 370 as a BJP and 400 par. How much, because I don't have any access to the service, but BJP will get a better mandate than 2019. Their vote percentage will be increasing, number of seats also will be increasing. That is what I clearly see as far as the trend is concerned. The various views are concerned, and the data is concerned.
If I may ask you, sir, where are these seats
Okay,
coming
this
from?
I think
let's
we'll
look at-
discuss this
I
by the
will-
fourth.
Let's look at
I will
where
tell
is
you.
the headroom for
I
those
will-
seats?
I will tell you.
The places
state I will tell you. In northeast there will
2
be
minutes left, guys. We'll discuss this a little later. Viraj, you want to close up?
Yeah, so the voting percentage so far has been good. So those who have not voted yet, we request you to kindly visit the voting centers near you. The voting centers are open till 6, and even if you reach there slightly before 6 and there's a huge queue, you will still be allowed to vote. So please go there, cast your vote. Chunav ka par, desh ka gar.
Correct, absolutely. I agree with you. Though I think a lot of people are also saying that क्यों vote करने का है? BJP is going to win anyway. So maybe that nobody has taken into consideration, as you said, complacency. Maybe that could be one of the reasons why the voting percentage is less. I have no idea. But it looks to be one thing I would like to say. Again, while we close up, we'll be back after lunch, after our bulletin at 3:30. But one thing I would like to say is that even 1 month back, when we came here, in fact, there was an argument between Viraj and one of the national spokesmen of a parties when Viraj said it looks like to be a done deal. He got damn upset. So yeah. So anyway, but today it looks to be a much closer election. See, I'm not saying that the BJP is not going to win or the BJP is going to lose or the whatever, but it looks to be a much closer election, especially in first two phases. Now third phase we have to see. First two phase is a much closer election than what anybody has expected. This is something I'm not going to go more into record because just second phase, third phase, but this is a much closer election than anybody would anticipate. I think even more than what the Congress would anticipate, because I don't think the Congress has done any work. I think the voters have done more work than the Congress party, including in Goa. So the point is, it looks to be a very interesting election. We shall see as the days, as the phases go by, and yes. We have covered this morning session. It's been interesting all over the country. Up till 11 o'clock, it's been around 25-30% plus in Goa. South Goa has been almost 31, 32, 35%. Interesting, tight fight, good fight. And we will be back after lunch at 3:30. Keep watching Goa 365.